Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching as we are live and in living color on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And YouTube can somehow send my videos out to you so you can watch them live and firsthand and get notified when I go live and when my videos go up. And that's all I got to say about that. So subscribe, like, share, do whatever. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Alrighty. On this late Wednesday night, June the 10th, 2020, or as of right now, it is now June the 11th, 2020, wherever you may be. It is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for June the 10th, 2020 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, by the way, chat room is open, so you can come on in. Let's chat some AEW, have a nice little discussion, and see how far we go. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Come on in, chat, leave your comments and your questions if you have any. And hopefully we'll have a nice discussion, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, so another edition of AEW Dynamite in the books. And tonight was a little bit of a step down, but still a good show. We had the debut of the Revival, or I mean FTR. I'm still calling them the Revival. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood of FTR, the Revival, what do you want to call them, had their debut match. We heard from the AEW champion Jon Moxley ahead of his world title match with Brian Cage, the Machine. And see how that ended. We had Cody defending the TNT title against Private Party's Marquin, whatever his name is. We had that. We had the ladies in action, Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander teaming up against Nyla Rose and Penelope Ford. Interesting things happening there. We also had Chris Jericho on commentary, which is always fun. Talking to Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur and Jim Ross. That was pretty cool. We had Colt Cabana and Sammy Guevara going at it, and the ever-growing feud or storyline with Matt Hardy. I'll talk about that a little later. And we had a little bit of storyline progression with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and Big Swole. We had a little video package of that, and much more on Dynamite. And it was a pretty good show. Not as great as last week's show, but still pretty good as we're on the road to Fyter Fest Night 1 and 2, July 1st and July 8th. We're just about 3 weeks away from the event. So we've got 2 more Dynamites until Fyter Fest Night 1 and then Night 2 right after the week after that. So more storyline progression coming out of it, and coming up in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on from that. Let me just check if my mic is on, because last time it was not on. So right now it's on, because I'm on my laptop. I don't want to be on my desktop, because I think that's why the desktop's not fully functional, but it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll go back to the desktop. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so we begin with some highlights from last week with Brian Cage and Jon Moxley going face to face, and then we saw Cody going at it with Jungle Boy Jack for the TNT title, and Cody getting busted wide open. We saw the AEW debut of FTR. Well, not the in-ring debut, but the AEW debut of FTR, beating up the Butcher and the Blade, and them having a stare down with the Bucks. We saw that, and we saw Kenny and Hangman Adam Page defend the belts against Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc. So we got that. And then we also had some other stuff on the show that if you missed it, you need to go back and watch it if you can. If on AEW's YouTube page, you can catch some of the highlights from last week. But it is what it is. All right, so we begin with match number 1: the Butcher and the Blade taking on the Revival, FTR, whatever you want to call them. Pretty good match, pretty good in-ring debut for Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Pretty good match. I saw also with Dax and the Blade to start. They have a little bit of a stalemate. And then the Blade gets Dax into the corner, and the ref gets him out. Dax tries the same, and he's got the backup at 4, but I got 5, as Kevin Steen used to say. So they back up, and then Dax takes the Blade down with a side headlock, goes for a pin for a 1 count. And Dax still has the hold cinched in. And they go to the ropes. They got to break it up. Blade kicks him, and then a chop. Then a chop from Dax. Then another one. They go at it. And then a go behind and a roller from Dax. Holds the tights for a near fall. Then another inside cradle for a near fall. Then he locks in a side headlock. Tags into Cash. Comes off the second rope with an axe handle. Circa 1925. Tags back into Dax, and they send Blade into the boot of Dax. He comes in to stomp, then works on the arm. He hits that. Then the Northern Lights suplex into a pin for a near fall. And then they're working on the Butcher for a while. Dax distracts. Cash tries to take advantage. He does, but he has to hit a few uppercuts to get a little bit of motivation out of that. Hops over the ropes, hits a dropkick, but Butcher still won't go down. And it looked like he kind of landed wrong, and they were kind of concerned for Cash because he was like grabbing his shoulder, and Paul Turner's like, "Are you okay, man? Are you all right?" And the announcer's like, "I think he hurt his shoulder." But then Cash was playing possum, rolled up the Butcher for a 1 count. Then Butcher comes back with a big crossbody, sends Cash into the corner where they work on him for a while. In and out tags, choking and stuff like that. And then they drop him in the corner. Blade hits the ropes. He hops up. Cash kicks him in a power slam. Gets the hot tag to Dax, who comes in and hits a bling buster. El Generico, or many other people have done it. Sets Blade on the corner. Butcher shows Dax off. Cash comes in, grabs the head, so does Dax. They pull him in and hit a draping DDT a la FTRKO. When they were a little bit of a tag team, triple team, whatever. Well, not triple team. I guess you can call it a 6-man team. Blade kicks Cash off. Dax hits a right hand. Goes up, mocks the head. And Cash tags in. They hit a superplex from Dax. Frog splash from Cash. Cover for a near fall. As the Blade comes in with a knee. Tags in the Butcher. He sends Dax into the Butcher. They double team. Uranagi type move. That gets a very near fall. Blade comes in. They go for another double team. And Cash comes in. They hit the Goodnight Express, which is the was known as the Shatter Machine. They call it the Goodnight Express. Blade goes for a backslide. Cash gets the tag. Then they hit the Stuff Pile Driver, Brain Buster. Like the Brain Busters Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson used to use in the 80s and early 90s when they were tag team champions with Bobby Heenan at their side. So they get the win in their debut. and it was a pretty decent match. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Not bad. Afterwards, Tony Schiavone, or Tony Baloney, whatever you want to call him, interviews FTR. They call the organization the pinnacle of tag team wrestling. And then before they can continue on, the Young Bucks come out, and they said the match was great. They also want to bring up that they helped them out of a jam last week when the Butcher and Blade beat them up. Then they introduce themselves. My name is Matt. This is my brother Nick, and we're the Young Bucks. They call themselves the best tag team in AEW, but I should say very best tag team in the world, period. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. They say it's nice to meet FTR, but the Butcher and Blade come in to attack from behind, and then Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian come in. And then, not to be outdone, the tag team champions come in, Kenny Omega and Adam Page. Page has a glass of whiskey, and the faces run off the heels. So it looks like we might get a big-ass tag team match next week. We might get the Butcher and the Blade with Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc taking on FTR and the Young Bucks. And maybe the winner gets a shot at Adam Page and Kenny Omega's tag team titles. So we know they're going to retain at Fyter Fest. So they're probably just going to if whoever wins gets a title shot at All Out 3 in September with the big one, the big WrestleMania type show. I guess you can call it that. I guess you can call it All Out their WrestleMania because really Double Nothing's like their SummerSlam, or All Out could be SummerSlam. Double or Nothing could be their WrestleMania because it's around the WrestleMania time. Well, a little bit after. But it is what it is. So, not a bad aftermath. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, let me just check my screen just in case. That's it. Alright, we're good. Alright, then we go backstage with the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. They're flanked by the beautiful Brandy Rhodes and Allie. Allie's back. She is now QT Marshall's girlfriend. And they were informed by Dasha that they'll be facing Hangman and Kenny Omega for the tag team belts next week. That should be pretty good. So Brandy's like, what the hell is she doing here? And why are you wearing my jacket? She's a bother. Dustin asks if QT knows what's at stake. He says Hangman can take his head off, and he needs QT to be on his A game, needs to be focused and in the game. He needs to be with Dustin. This could be at Fyter. It could be them at Fyter Fest taking on the Best Friends. Win the titles next week. Get what's in his system. Guess what's out with Allie out of his system because Allie will not be ringside next week. Oh, but I think she will be anyway. But we'll see what happens because I really don't know what's going to happen with Allie. I mean, they took her out of the Butcher and the Blade, which made no freaking sense, and now she's in a program with QT Marshall as his girlfriend. I don't know. Kind of unsure about what's going to happen with Allie, but I think she's going to like cost QT and Dustin the belts, and Dustin's going to get pissed, obviously, and QT's probably going to be turning heel on them or something like that. I don't know. I don't care, and that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, we got my good buddy Thomas Herrera in the chat. How you doing, man? How you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? By the way, if you noticed, I trimmed the stash. I mean, I still have it, but it's much shorter. If you can't tell on it. I mean, you could tell on my laptop. If I was on my desktop, you could tell more because it's kind of grainy here, but it is what it is. But you can see it. It's not as full as it was before. So and I got the sideburns. So I'm going to try to grow this part out and just keep this light. So I might just make this full like a big ass beard without the mustache, or just make the beard. So I'm kind of maybe channeling my inner Matt Jackson, which he has that big cut chop beard or whatever it's called. He has a pretty epic beard. But then again, I can go full with Zach Wobb. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna have it go down to my fucking ass. Or not my hair might go to my down to my ass at this point. You know, I still gotta get it cut. Still waiting for phase 2 to start. So I'll be going to the barbershop hopefully soon. I want to go before I go on vacation, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to go to my local barber, so I might have to get roasted or cut just a little bit off. So I look good for when I go on vacation in a couple weeks. So we'll see what happens with that. But the stash is gone, ladies and gentlemen. I know you ladies love it, and you want more of it. Rosa loved it, but she was getting tired of it. But but it is what it is. But you know, the Magnum PI stash is gone for now, and I might cut. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this for now. I might keep it for the weekend, and then maybe then early next week, and then I really want to shave it for my vacation. Probably like the night before or 2 nights before I go on vacation. I'm gonna probably just shave this whole thing off so I have so I look nice. For my vacation, so I don't look like a fucking old fart, even though I am an old fart. I'm 43, so you know I am an old fart. But Rose is an older fart. But I digress. All right. Thomas says, "Don't end the stream. I'll be back in a few minutes." Okay, I'm not going to end it yet. Sorry. I missed that. You should use minoxidil. Oh, I heard minoxidil. Nah, I may or may not use it. I don't know. And get a full beard that makes it grow in less than 1 day. I might think about it. I gotta see if my job has it. I think we do. I gotta check. Next time I'm at my job, I'll look and see how much it is, and maybe I'll buy some. I don't know, but I gotta see if we have it. I don't know. I don't go back till Saturday afternoon, so that's that. You should buzz cut, brother. I would get a buzz cut, but you know, I'm thinking about maybe getting a buzz cut, but I'm probably just gonna get a short not a crew cut, but I'm gonna probably just get it cut short for now, and then maybe in the winter I might get a buzz cut. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to get to my barber shop soon because it's growing. It's getting close to my shoulder now, my neck. So get that. And still, fuck Hulk Hogan's saggy body. Oh man, what is it with you and Hulk Hogan, brother? You got something to say to me, brother? I want to stick my 24-inch python down your throat, brother. That sounded mean and disgusting at the same time. But what is your problem with Hulk Hogan? I like Hogan, not racist Hogan. I like old school Hogan. But I digress. How come you aren't streaming Raw and SmackDown? I think I did SmackDown. No wait. I don't think I'm kind of lazy. That's why. I didn't do Raw because I was getting my teeth done, and I was getting looked at. I didn't get it done yet, but yeah, I came home and I was in a bad mood yesterday. I wanted to do the video, and I was just about getting ready to do it, and I was like, fuck it, man, because I had other things to do. I had to write for the XWF, so I had to get that done. And by the time I was done, I was fucking tired. So, and I'm not gonna do a late out of date Raw review. So just I would say it was a pretty decent show. The go home show before this Sunday's Backlash. Has some things happening with Bobby Lashley getting claymored by Drew McIntyre, not finishing, but continuing to storyline. There's a lot of rumors saying that Lashley might win the belt this Sunday. I hope not. But then again, that Vince wants to do this Brock Lesnar Lashley match at SummerSlam. So Lashley doesn't win Sunday, he might win it at Extreme Rules, which is I think the next pay-per-view in July. So who knows? Then you had Asuka and Nia, the continuation of that. The way that fucking Raw ended was fucking horrible. With that dumb bitch Charlotte winning. Of course, Nia. Fuck Nia, man. Fuck Charlotte, even worse. We had to see her 4 times again. Opening segment, tag match, backstage segment, main event. She is really getting rammed down on her throat, and not in a good way. I'm getting sick and tired of Charlotte. There's a petition. There's actually a petition out. I don't have the link for it though, but I saw it on I saw it on Facebook. Maybe if I can find it, maybe I'll put it on my Facebook page later on, either tonight or tomorrow. There was a petition to get rid of Charlotte. So, and I don't know how it's doing. I haven't signed it or anything, but I know it's out there. People are pissed. I'm people. Well, you're people and I'm people. We are pissed off, and we don't want to see Charlotte no more. Maybe Charlotte should pull Becky Lynch and get pregnant by Andrade. Let her be out for 9 months, so we don't have to see her ugly mug. Just let her get knocked up by Andrade. Come on, Andrade, do your job. Don't pull out a 2 next time. Come on. Help a brother out. And if you do your job, maybe, just maybe, you might get a WWE title shot. You might win it. Who knows? Maybe Ric Flair could put in a good word. But just really, get Charlotte off my fucking TV. And you know she's gonna be on SmackDown this week. You can tell. Well, she's gonna be definitely on NXT this week. Of course, we're gonna see her. We're gonna see I'm gonna see all the whole match. We're gonna see highlights of her match with Io and Rhea Ripley, and then maybe we'll get that, and then we'll get a segment with Charlotte, talk about the loss, and then maybe she'll do an in-ring segment. So I'll probably see her 2, maybe maybe 3 times on NXT, and then on SmackDown she'll come out somehow and say something, because we need to see Charlotte. I guess Charlotte's turning into the Roman Reigns now of WWE. Remember how Roman kept coming out every week? Same thing with Cena. Every week, boring the fuck out of us for 3 or 4 segments. It's the same thing. She's the female John Cena and this female Roman Reigns locked into one. Fucking horrible. The opening segment was good with Asuka and with Sasha and Bayley and the Iconics. That was a good segment. And then the triple threat match was decent at best. I think I forgot who won the match. I think it was Bayley and Sasha won. No, I forget. I can't even watch because I deleted it off my DVR. I'll have to look it up. But I think Bayley and Sasha won the match. But it is what it is, and that's that. we also saw Apollo Crews in, well, not, it wasn't, I don't think it was an action. I think he tagged with Kevin Owens against Andrade and Angel Garza, and Apollo got the win after he hit the Apollo bomb on Angel Garza, and that really pissed off Selena Vega, who got hurt during the match because she got knocked into, I think, by Andrade. And then later on, we saw Angel Garza and Andrade bickering. So maybe, tensions in Camp Selena Vega, Los Ingobernables de Orlando. So a little bit of tension, and then Selena Vega comes in. She's like, she was pissed, and you don't want to piss off a Puerto Rican mommy. Believe me, just believe me. You don't want to piss off. I mean, there's two types of people you don't want to piss off. Oh, well, really, three people you don't want to piss off: Puerto Rican women, Latin women, and Mexican women. You don't want to piss them off, because you know what happens. Oh, I'm gonna forgive you, puppy. I'm gonna fuck you up. Believe me, I live with one. She could kick my ass. That's all I gotta say about that. So, also, what else happened on Raw that I actually care about? We had the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders and a decathlon, and ended in a tie. Stupidity at its best. And then the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders were facing. No, wait, I forgot who was. Was MVP against one of the Viking Raiders, I think. And then we saw Drew McIntyre, Claymore to Bobby Lashley. Saw that. I really don't remember much of Raw, to be honest with you. I don't remember much of it. So yeah, I mean, I don't, but I will be getting back to my Raw and SmackDown reviews eventually. But so you'll get a SmackDown review this week, and then a Raw and SmackDown review next week. But the week after that, the June 22nd episode of Raw and the June 24th edition of AEW and NXT, and then the June 26th edition of SmackDown. No, I won't be around. I mean, if you want to get my reviews, you have to follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and friend me on Facebook. Mostly on Facebook, because I'll probably put it there. But like I said, I may or may not have internet access, so you'll be lucky to even get a peep out of me about a Raw review or a SmackDown review or a AEW review. But I will be watching the shows, even if I have to, watch it when people are out. We got on demand, so down there. So we got USA on demand. We got, I don't know if we have TNT on demand. But I will be watching an AEW. I'll be watching all the shows. And when I come back on June 29th, I will be doing a review of Raw. Even though I don't even know what time I'm coming back. But I think I'm coming back probably before Raw, so I'll be very tired though. But I'll try to do a review for that Raw, and then go back to my our normal schedule, AEW, and I got Fyter Fest on July 1st. So no predictions for Fyter Fest. Night one, actually. For night one, no predictions for night one. Night two, I might do predictions for, but we'll see what happens with that. And then we'll go back to normal, and then we got Extreme Rules in July. I think that's the next pay-per-view in July. And then we roll through July, and then roll through the rest of the year, because I really don't have any other things to worry about there. But Might be going on mini vacations like on the weekend, so you might not see me on the weekend, but I'll still do my reviews anyway. So I just apologize for not doing a Raw and SmackDown review this week. So, well, a SmackDown review last week and a Raw review this week. That's that. All right, let's continue on. Incorrect, correct. My good buddy Thunder Knuckles. He says you should review XWF shows. I might actually do that. I might. It's up in the air. Like I said, I only got a 20-hour limit here, so I can't do like chats. But I'm just gonna talk about it, and I'll be up on one of my one of my backup channels that I don't use. I'll put up there. I'm gonna use one of my backup channels for the XWF. I'm gonna use that backup channel. I have a backup Killer Demons channel that I'm just gonna use for XWF purposes only. I mean, I don't have a lot of subs on there anyway, but maybe I can start getting people from the XWF to sub to me on that channel. But Thunder Knuckles gave me an idea, so maybe on the next Warfare, so next Wednesday, whenever the card is up, whenever the show is up, I would do next week's Warfare, and then I'll preview after I'm done with that. I'll preview the next shows, like the next Savage and the next Anarchy, as we're on the road to the next pay-per-view, whatever that is. I think it's Leap of Faith. So, and your boy might be in Leap of Faith, but I need to win with Leap of Faith. I really do. I came close one year, but I got thrown off the fucking top of the fucking scaffolding. And then I think another year, I think one year when there was ropes and you had to swing all the way to the XWF Tron, and then you had to climb up to get the briefcase. I came close to doing that, but that's that. Now we move on. All right, Thomas Herrera. Lashley's going to get slammed, and Brock will win in under 5 seconds. Probably. Because that match is going to go at most 10 minutes. That's going to be a 5-minute suck fest. If Lashley wins the belt, it will just be a transitional champion for Brock. Brock's going to get back for like I don't know how many. I don't even know how many times he's held the WWE version of the title. Not the Undisputed title, not the Universal title, because I think he's held that 2 or 3 times now. The WWE title, I think he's held twice. So probably his third, maybe 4th reign as WWE champion by SummerSlam. And then he won't lose until WrestleMania 37. But imagine if Brock loses to Lashley, how big Lashley would be. But I really don't see Lashley beating Brock. He could. He possibly could, but I don't see it happening. Why is Hogan and his ex-wife banned from AEW? Well, we all know Hogan is a racist. That's one. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2. Linda Hogan said some bad shit about Black Lives Matter. I think I have to look at the tweet. But she said some nasty shit, got under Tony Khan's skin. He's like, I don't want to work with these people. So we'll never see Hogan or any of his family in AEW ever again, and probably ever. I don't think Tony Khan, first of all, I doubt wants to work with him. The Bucks and Kenny and Cody probably don't want to work with him either. Maybe they can lift the band someday, but I don't see it happening. It's fucking insane. But Hogan dug his grave when he said the N-word. I mean, at least he's sort of invited back to WWE when they need him. because they had to promote the Saudi Arabia show, brother. I don't even know they're going back to Saudi Arabia, to be honest with you, because of the travel ban right now. They can't even go there. But certain countries are lifting their travel bans. So, I mean, you can go into that. I think you can't go out to like the United States, but you can go from country to country. So, I mean, there's still a lot of travel bans around the world. Even in the United States, you can't go anywhere. But you run the risk of coming back with the coronavirus. So, I'm running the risk because I'm going to Florida. Florida has had a spike in coronavirus cases. So God forbid me or the missus get the fucking virus when we come back. So we got to be, cautious, wear our masks, and we'll probably be in my girlfriend's daughter's apartment. We'll be in an apartment, so most of the time. I think the only time we'll be out is when we go to the pool or we go out to eat. Or if we go to like the movies or something. That's the only time we'll probably be out. But most of the time we'll probably be inside watching cartoons. My grandson would be, because I just can't watch Raw. Can't watch Raw when the little tyke is there, because I'm trying to get him to watch wrestling, but his mama don't want me to say, we're not gonna watch wrestling in our house. Eventually, it is little step by step. But yeah, we're never gonna see the Hogans in Hulk Hogan in AEW. Probably never. All right, Charlotte was good at the beginning, but since WWE don't have Roman Reigns, they made her the new Roman Reigns. Fucking boring. Yeah, I agree. It's basically Roman Reigns version 2.0. All Charlotte needs is the freaking Shield jacket, Roman's theme, and her catchphrase is "believe that," not "woo." I mean, but "woo," you don't go. She should say "woo," believe that. Don't you cut some really crappy promos like "Suffering Succotash," She'll cut some freaking weird as fuck cartoon promos. Jack and the Beanstalk shit. Speaking of cartoons, how the fuck does I think it was, I don't know, it was HBO or I forget who it was. They're taking Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam. They're taking their guns away because it's new content for Looney Tunes. So they're taking Elmer Fudd's gun away and Yosemite Sam's gun away, which was historic. Rabbit season! Duck season! Rabbit season! Duck season! Elmer season! No. I'm hunting rabbits. No. But, I mean, that pisses me off. I mean, I'm a big old school guy. I mean, I love my Saturday morning cartoons. Like, man, Looney Tunes, back in the day, back in the 80s, you had a lot of good cartoons on Saturday morning. I don't even remember most of them, but yeah, I mean, you have cartoons like He-Man, She-Ra, Voltron, GoBots, G.I. Joe, Thundercats. I mean, Looney Tunes, of course, mostly all the time. And then, later on in the 90s and the early 2000s, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the like. But now that they're getting rid of Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd's pistols, what are they going to replace them with? A hammer? I'm going to hit that rabbit with my hammer. So stupid. And what's even worse, Cops got canceled. Cops! Because of all this police brutality. They got rid of cops. They got rid of live PD because of the police brutality in those shows. Fucking stupid, man. I love cops. The police, not the police force, but I mean the show. I love the show Cops. They're getting rid of that fucking shit. They got rid of it. I'm pissed. And Dick Wolf, who created, I think he created Cops, is probably pissed off too. I bet you the perpetrators are, the people, the cops that are, they go around wherever in America. They go like Texas, they go to New York, they go to Florida, some hick town in Oklahoma, and they pick up all these stupid idiots that commit crimes and stuff. I bet you the cops that were on that show and the perpetrators that were on the show, or they're probably pissed too. It's like, I was on that show, but now I can't see it. Can't get that. They're getting rid of Gone with the Wind, a classic movie. I think because of its I don't know why, but I think it's racial tendency. I don't know what it is. I forgot what it was. They got rid of that. What else? NASCAR is taking down the Confederate flag. They're taking down Confederate statues in different cities. And now they want to change where the army is, like Fort Bragg and Fort, all these other places where the army is, like in Louisiana and Texas and Virginia. They want to change those names from the Confederate names. They want to get rid of them and change them to different names. And Mr. Trump, my good buddy and yours, make America great again. He doesn't want to do it, and he's getting a lot of flack for it. It's the world we live in. Fucking sick. Fucking sad. It's fucking sad. All right, let's get back to what we're talking about. I don't know how Randy Orton versus Edge is the greatest wrestling match ever. For me, it was Stone Cold versus The Rock. Those matches were jaw-dropping. I mean, they were pretty good. Those matches were pretty good. I think the greatest wrestling match ever, and I've said this many times. You may have your own opinion about this match. The greatest wrestling match that I saw, WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for the Intercontinental title. Greatest match of all time. That's what it is. A lot of people saying Undertaker and his two matches with HBK, they were good, not great, but Hogan and Andre, good match, not great. It's historic, but not great in my eyes. Yeah, but Orton and Edge even Edge said in a I think it was Edge or Orton said on Twitter or in an interview, he says, I don't think we're going to pull it off. I don't think we're going to pull off the greatest wrestling match ever. So both of them have doubts. And like I said, this Sunday at Backlash is not going to be the greatest wrestling match ever. It'll still probably be a decent match, but not great. Not the greatest. But they're promoting it's like, oh, this is great. This was a phenomenal, not AJ Styles phenomenal, but a phenomenal match. And then they'll make AJ and Randy Orton say, we put it all out there. This was great. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. But, the match is probably going to suck. And then afterwards, they'll probably have something either after they'll probably do an interview after on the Facebook page or the YouTube page. Or they might save it for Monday Night Raw the next night. No, this coming Monday night. They'll probably do something with Randy and Edge. And maybe Edge will come out and say, you know what? We wanted to put the greatest wrestling match ever on, wanted to put it on, but it didn't come out that way, and things happen. Blah blah blah. It's not going to be the greatest match ever. It's probably going to suck. And I bet you it goes 30 some odd minutes, like the last man standing match that went way too long, in my opinion. Way too long. Latin women are the same as Puerto Rican and Mexican, though. Well, they're in the same family, I guess. Same genre. But I will say one thing, though. They are all hot. Most, some of them are. My girlfriend's hot. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that because she's my girlfriend, because she is muy caliente. I mean, if I had somebody like Selena Vega or Sasha Banks, that's that. And blah 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 blah. Where's your girlfriend from? Originally, she came from Mexico, but now she lives here in the States. She's been living in New York for a long time. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to get too involved with that. Too personal, dude. Too personal. Incorrect. I hear the TV champ is pretty dope on Savage. Yeah. Hype yourself up, TK. Hype yourself up. If I wasn't so busy on freaking Warfare, kicking everybody's ass, I would go over to Savage and maybe go for that little TV title. And I know you beat me before, TK, but next time, and for the right price, you like your Xbox. All you have to do is lay down for the right price. Just give me the title. I know I'll get a lot of heat for it. I'll get a lot of heat. Like, you never earned it. You didn't earn that title. You got handed to you. A win is a win any way you slice it. You have to cheat. You have to do anything in your power to get a belt. I'll do it. I don't care. That's that. I'm still going to be Chris Chaos on Wednesday Night Warfare next week. Can't wait for it. It's going to be chaotic. That's all I'm going to say about that. Wait, if they banned Hogan, that means they have plans for him? I don't know. Maybe, Tony Khan's got that money. So maybe they could have done something with Hogan. Maybe Hogan would introduce a new title. I don't know. Or maybe just Hogan just be there and, praise almighty AEW, brother. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Disney ruins fucking everything. Yeah. They've ruined these live what are they called? These live action films now. They ruined The Lion King. They're gonna ruin like The Little Mermaid. There's supposedly a new I don't know if it's gonna come out anytime soon, but they're thinking about doing another Pirates of the Caribbean, but not this time with a female Jack Sparrow. So Johnny Depp's not going to do it. So I think he's doing some other things. They were saying that he might be the Joker in one of the Batmans. I'm like, Johnny Depp? Not the prettiest Joker, but I like the Joker movie that came out last year. It was pretty good. They're making a sequel, obviously. The Joker 2. This time with Batman. We'll see what happens with that. And but Disney does ruin everything. They're gonna ruin Star Wars, because Star Wars is making new movies. I don't know if they're gonna make they already did the 9-part Star Wars Nineology, whatever. I don't know what do you call it. You know, they did episodes the prequels 1 through 3. Then they did Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then they did the other 3, The Force Awakens, the last Skywalker, and the Force Awakens. No, with the Force Awakens, the last Skywalker, and I forget the third one. I might, if anybody knows, put it in the chat. Maybe it'll come to me later, but it's what it is. It's what it is. All right, this last comment before we get back to AEW. Sorry, not to be racist, but when this black guy died, well, he has a name, George Floyd. When George Floyd died, everyone wants Trump out. But when Obama was the president, they didn't do anything like always. At least Trump made the FBI to investigate it. That's true. I mean, this happened during when Obama was in office. I don't know. There would probably still be looting and protests and all that, but I think Obama would have done something too. But you know, they're making Trump to be an idiot because he's not doing anything. He didn't come out on TV to tell the people, you know, we have to be united and all this stuff. I mean, Obama would have came on TV probably like the day after, or maybe a couple of days after, and tried to, you know, calm everybody down. Oh, I'm going to calm everybody down. We have to be united. I do a bad Obama impersonation. I apologize. Yeah, but I mean, Trump's just letting people freaking do protests. I mean, this is like the second week of protests now. And I think it's like 15 or 16 days. They're still protesting in New York City and Los Angeles and Denver and Florida. And I think in Chicago, mostly all over the country. I mean, people, can you just go the fuck home and get over it already? Seriously? Now, people got to go to work. They use cars to go down the road. They don't have to be in traffic for 5 hours. I mean, we're trying to reopen America here, and you have these freaking moronic protesters and rioters just fucking everything up. Go the fuck. I mean, have it, you know, if you want to have a protest, have it on the weekend when nobody's around. Not during the week when people got to go to work. And thankfully, you know, I found out today that the express train was running by where I work. So that was nice. You know, maybe I think the buses are running on a normal schedule now. Well, weekday schedule, and then the weekend they want a weekend schedule. So some sort of normalcy with the New Jersey Transit and the MTA and all that stuff. So, and now finally I can go to New York and see my friends, but I don't know when that's going to be. We'll see. Probably after, I would say after July 4th weekend, I might go see my friends in December's fall because I miss them. Miss those crazy fucks. But I digress. Case, the last Star Wars was trash. I slept in the theater. Oh, that sucks for you. You missed a good. Which one was that? The last Star Wars. I guess that was the last Skywalker. Or the Last Jedi, whatever it was called. I haven't been to a movie in a long time. I don't even remember the last movie I saw. But supposedly movie theaters are coming back. AMC movie theaters are coming back soon in July. So I'll be going to, and when I have the money, I might go see a couple movies. There's a lot of good movies coming out for the summer. I'm actually waiting for October. I think September or October for Halloween Kills, the second of the trilogy in the Halloween trilogy. It was Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, which is the final Michael Myers movie. Or so we think. I mean, they're really gonna kill off Laurie Strode's character, and they're gonna finally kill off Michael. Though, you know, we all know Michael can't die. It's the same thing with Chucky, the same thing with Jason, the same thing with Freddy, the same thing with Pinhead, any villain, like Pennywise, you know. You think they kill him, but they come back better than ever. But I really like to see how they're gonna kill off Laurie Strode. Probably in the second one. I think I heard they're gonna kill off in the second one, and then her kids are gonna somehow kill Michael. I wonder if Tommy Doyle is gonna be, because I don't remember Tommy Doyle ever dying. I might be wrong. Maybe Tommy Doyle finally dies, or Tommy Doyle kills Michael like he did in Halloween 5 when he electrocuted him. But did that work? Because he came back in 6. And then he came back in Halloween H2O, and he came back in Halloween Resurrection, and came back in the Rob Zombie films, and he came back in this new series. You know he's going to come back again. After Halloween ends, you know there's probably going to be another Michael movie, but not with Jamie Lee Curtis, because she's kind of old now. She still looks pretty decent. I mean, she doesn't look great, but I mean, she's kind of old. And that's that. All right, enough dilly-dallying with that. So let's get back to AEW Dynamite. Like I said, we had the Revival taking on the Butcher and the Blade. The Revival get the win after they hit the Shatter Machine, or was now known as the Go Home, the Goodnight Express. And then they hit the Stuffed Power Driver to get the win, and their debut match on Dynamite. And then they had a little stare down with the Bucks. The Bucks came out and introduced themselves to the Revival. So, and then the Butcher and Blade attacked them, and then we saw a whole bunch of tag teams come in, like Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian, and then Kenny Omega and Adam Page came in to clear the ring. So, lots of tag team action galore. And how's that? And then we see the Natural Nightmares, QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes with Brandy and Allie. They're talking that they get a Dustin and QT get a tag team title shot next week against Kenny and Adam Page. And Dustin's telling QT to get in the game and not be, distracted by Allie. So we'll see what happens with that. That's that. All right, we're gonna get into some more matches, and then later on we're gonna go into some chat. And that's that. All right, match number 2. We got some women's action. Penelope Ford and the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, taking on Chris Statlander and the women's world champion, Hikaru Shida. This was a good match. This was a pretty good match from the ladies. And we had the top contenders for the AEW women's title all in the ring. The champion, and then Nyla Rose, I believe, is number 1. Penelope Ford, number 5. Chris Statlander, I think, is number 2 and number 3. Somewhere around there. So, some ranking may be going up. I don't know. It's also with Penelope and Nyla beating them up at the start. Penelope chokes Hikaru with a boot while Nyla takes care of Chris Statlander. And then the bell rings, and it starts with Chris Statlander and Nyla going at it. Nyla gets a drop kick to the head, which Jericho said was his favorite move. I thought he was going to start listing his 1,001 moves, like he did back on Nitro when he was feuding with Dean Malenko, Dino Machino. And she tags into Kuroshita. She has a right hand. Tag back into Chris Statlander. She hits a move. Tag back into Shida. So textbook tag team wrestling 101. Back and forth tags. They're working over Nyla for a while. Chris goes up to the top rope, tries for a crossbody, but Nyla moved, and Chris got no water in the pool. She knocks Kuroshita off the apron. Then she hits a hard right hand to Chris Statlander and goes for a pin. 1, 2, nope. She kicks out. Nyla drops an elbow to the head, and then a knee scrape. And then a body slam, and then after that, a leg drop. So she's really working on Chris Statlander as we go to break. Come back. Nyla's still in control of Chris Statlander. She turns She turns it on. Excuse me. She turns it on. Misses the right hand. Kicks high. Flips forward out of a hole. She kicks. Finally knocking Nyla down. She gets the hot tag there. Kurashita. Penelope Ford comes in. Kurashita goes right at it with Penelope. But she eats a kick, and she goes to the corner. She descends forward onto the top, laying horizontally. She comes back with a running knee to the gut. And she hangs forward over the apron, heads outside. Then she hits a running knee lift. Then she goes to the top rope, 4 turns, and Cheetah flies with a missile drop kick. Another one of Jericho's favorite moves. She looks for the Falcon Arrow, but she turned it into a suplex for a near fall. And then she tags in Chris Statlander. They do a double team backbreaker. Kurashita kicks to the back of the head, knocks Nyla off the apron, and then Chris Statlander hits a huge moonsault for a near fall. Penelope Ford comes back with a tornado DDT for a near fall. Tags in Nyla. Nyla comes in with a fireman's carry. There's some elbow, and then they go back and forth for a little bit. Penelope comes in. Chris misses a right hand, and then Penelope hits a Stone Cold Stunner. And then Kurashita comes in with a running knee. Nyla gets on the top rope. She just stops her and hits a superplex to Nyla. Chris hits the ropes, axe kick to the back of the head, a la Booker T, sucker, and covers her for a near fall. Backs back in Kurashita. She closes the back, goes for a suplex, but Nyla is too strong. She reverses. She hangs Sheeta on the top rope, and then she hangs Chris Statlander on the top rope. She goes up top, hits the double knee strike to the head on both women. She tags in Penelope Ford. Ford's on the apron. Nyla has on her shoulders, looking for a doomsday device or some type of move. But Chris Statlander stops it and holding her down. Knee strike to Nyla by Kurashita. Kurashita hits the Falcon Arrow to Penelope Ford for a very near fall. She goes off the ropes looking to finish it off, but Chris Sabin grabbed the leg. And then Chris Statlander flies to the ropes to take him out. And then while all this is going on, Penelope Ford gets the AEW World Women's title thrown in the ring. She picks it up, boom, smacks it over Kurashita's head. Then she hits a Northern Lights suplex, and we can see her beauty and her that camera shot was on point. I mean, you can see her and the glory hole that it is. God bless Kip Sabian for banging that, but I digress. So she picks up the 1, 2, 3, so she gets the pin over the champion, and she kind of moves up the ladder in the AEW Women's Division. She probably will get a title shot maybe next week on the show. We'll see. But a big win for Penelope and Nyla. They get the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Actually, I take that back. I gave it I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was all right. I was going to give it 3, but I changed my mind. And that's that. We move on. All right, then we get a black and white video of Darby Allin, who's still not medically cleared to compete. He's hanging out with the great skateboard legend Tony Hawk. That was pretty sick. He's trying to do some moves off the ladder because he can, and he's failing miserably. Then he puts on his jacket, and he finally does the move. As Tony Hawk claps on. So, yeah, we get that. That was just there. I don't know what Tony Hawk had to do anything with it, but, just to have Tony Hawk on Dynamite. That was that. So, I gave that a 2.25 out of 5 stars, and was what it is. All right, then JR brings up Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and her hellacious course through rehab, and she cuts a promo, basically saying, I'm a role model, and what she's been through, with her messed up leg, and then the whole thing with her and Big Swole from last week, that might turn into something when Britt Baker gets officially cleared. That might happen. I don't think it's going to happen at Fyter Fest. I think it's going to happen at All Out. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, match number 3. We have the Inner Circle Jake Hager and LAX, Santana and Ortiz taking on the best friends, Chucky T and Trent, and Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Match is all right. Starts off with the Inner Circle attacking at the bell. Hager sends Orange Cassidy outside, drops on his back on the steel. Or is that steel or wood? Who knows? While in the ring, Trent is reeling in the corner, gets hit with a right, then another one. Chucky T is finally able to get on the apron. They chop Trent. Trent eats a whip, dodges a splash, hits a chop, then another, then another, then another, and the last one gets blocked. But Trent's able to lock the head, goes for a tornado DDT, but Santana escapes, hits a kick to face. And Trent holds on from the side and hits a suplex. Ortiz gets a tag, comes in with some right hands. And then Trent tags in Chucky T, comes in with a boot to the face, a side suplex by Trent. Trent hits the rope, suicide dive to Jake Hager on the outside. Chucky T then flies over the top rope on a Santana Ortiz with a suicide plancha. Then Chuck grabs Ortiz, sends him into a spear by Trent. So the best friends are in control. Trent enters along with Chuck, double team, but Hager enters and clocks Chuck in the back of the head. Santana comes in, and he and Jake Hager get on the apron. Tag to Hager, and Hager powerbombs Chuck with the Hager bomb for a very near fall. And I went over. And then Santana hits a running knee off the apron. Hager comes in to continue the attacks. They're working on Chucky T for a while. But Chucky T comes back, fights out of the corner. Gets the hot tag to Trent. He sends all the heels off the apron. He chops Hager with a right hand. Whip to the corner. Trent rolls up the corner and it falls back into a hole. And he's dropped onto the ropes. Ow. Ortiz comes in, hits a suplex for a near fall. Then he starts gyrating. I don't know what the fuck that was about. He lifts Trent and sends him into a boot by Santana. Hager comes in. They beat him down. So they're working on Trent for a while. He dealt with some double teams. Trent kicks Ortiz, sends Hager over the top rope. Ortiz misses a splash. And then Trent hits a tornado DDT to Ortiz. And then Trent's looking for the tag to Orange Cassidy. He finally gets the tag, kind of barely got it. He comes in, stares Hager down. And kind of does the kicks he does. And everybody goes, oh. Then he puts his hands in his pockets. Think he's cool. And then he gets lifted by Hager into the corner, gets tossed around the ring. He trips Hager with his body, then puts his hands in his pockets again. In comes Santana Ortiz, who eat a hurricanrana. And then he hits a suicide dive onto Jake Hager. A crossbody off the top to Ortiz. He hits the ropes, tornado DDT to Santana. Goes off the top rope, he dies, but Hager catches him, drops him down with a hard slam for a near fall. As the best friends stop it. Hager then lifts Trent, drops him, sends him over the top rope with a clothesline. Santana then drops Chuck on the outside, tags in Ortiz. And Hager grabs Orange Cassidy, puts him in the corner, sitting down. Ortiz on his hands and knees. And Santana runs on top of Ortiz and hits the cannonball. And then they put OC on their shoulders. They're looking for the street sweeper, but Chuck pushes Santana. Orange turns it into a 1925 front roll for the 1, 2, 3. So the best friends and Orange Cassidy get the win. And what can you say about Orange Cassidy? Well, he is what he is. He is so over. A lot of people love him. I'm okay with it. He's a pretty good wrestler and everything. He's funny at times, but he's really giving the Inner Circle and Chris Jericho a run for their money. So the match was pretty good. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Jericho gets pissed. He heads off commentary, heads to the ring with his bat, grabs Chuck, hits him in the belly with the bat, and Trent gets one right in the ribs as well. Hager then holds up Orange Cassidy, hits him in the head with the bat, and then Ortiz powerbombs Chuck. And then Jericho goes to the outside, grabs a 20-pound bag of blood oranges, and we see Orange Cassidy's busted open across the head. Jericho grabs the bag, hits Cassidy over the head with it. And it didn't even look like he hit him, but still, he hit him. Then hits him on the mat as he lays there bleeding. Jericho gets ready, swings, and Santana and Ortiz send Orange into the swinging Jericho. And then Jericho says Blood Orange Cassidy has now been juiced. So that continues the Orange Cassidy Jericho feud, which I don't know what that's going to lead to. Maybe a match next week. I doubt at Fyter Fest. I think they're hyping. Well, it could happen at Fyter Fest. I think because I think his feud with Tyson is going to happen at All Out. The match, personally, that's what I'm going to think it's going to happen at All Out 3. But we'll see what happens with that, and we're going to move on. All right, we're going to do a couple more segments, and then we're going to go back to the chat. After that, Tony Schiavone is in the crowd talking to Mr. S. I'm an asshole. I mean, I'm an ass man. Billy Gunn, badass Billy Gunn, asks him some questions. And then MJF comes in acting like a complete dick, talking about his undefeated streak. He has the ring, the Dynamite ring. He won back in, like, I think October, November. And he's like, Jungle Boy gets a title shot, a TNT title shot, and I don't. He says everyone knows no matter how good he is on the mic, how he gets over with the marks. There's a ceiling, and he is the ceiling. He's a great white shark swimming in a sea of minnows. So Billy Gunn kind of takes offense to it and says he's a great white. MJF says he's surprised he's not too busy trying to get one of his talentless sons in the company. That kind of pissed off one of his sons as he tries to go after him. And he's like, and MJF's like, Waldo, come hit me. I don't want to mess up my pretty face. So Waldo steps in, and then Billy Gunn steps in to stop the madness. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Maybe leading to a match on Dynamite next week or on Dark. Who knows? That's kind of a weird little storyline there, but here's what it is. All right, then JR says there are rumors about Colt Cabana being offered a spot in the Dark Order. And then we see last week where Brody Lee tried to recruit him, including the offerage of a water bottle. So we'll see what happens with that, as Colt Cabana is going to be in action against Sammy Guevara. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. All right, let's get to a little bit of chat, and then we'll get right back to Dynamite. You can run from Jason, but he is faster. Yeah, he has some weird powers. Like, he can just, like, teleport to a location. He's right there. It's like X-ray vision and some shit like that. He kicked Freddy's ass and, chopped Freddy's head off at the end of Freddy versus Jason. But, Freddy, did the wink at the end, signaling he's not really dead. So he can come back in another body. I don't know. I was hoping for Freddy versus Jason 2, but looks like we're never going to see that. And then we're thinking Jason versus Michael, which would be interesting to see because both of them can die. Or we're going to get Freddy versus Jason versus Michael and Freddy versus Jason 2 with Michael Myers appearing in it. They had the script. Nothing came of it. Stupid. That's all I got to say about that. You mean Michael Myers is faster? He could. He could be. Probably that. I miss Colita when he used to spit his apple to people. That was great. Yep, Colita was cool. Colita was cool. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. If you're not cool with Colito, you're not cool at all. Because you have to be cool. Colito is cool. Welcome to Colito's Cabana. Colito was cool. He was a good U.S. champion. And then that little feud with Cena, where supposedly he got stabbed. Well, Cena got stabbed, but yeah. And then Cena buried him, obviously. Because he's John Cena. Do you like the NFL or college football? If so, what team do you root for? Well, the NFL, obviously, people who know me, I know my brother from another mother. He converted me into a Niners fan, so I root for the 49ers. the NFC West champions or the NFC champions, the 49ers, who are going to go back to the Super Bowl this year. I really think the Niners are gonna win the division. I think they'll have a pretty good run in the playoffs, and I think they could get back to the Super Bowl. I think Jimmy Garoppolo and company. They lost Emmanuel Sanders, which kind of sucks, but they gained a couple guys in the draft that look pretty damn good. They still got Bosa. They still got Richard Sherman. They still got a pretty formidable defense. Their defense is great, by the way. I mean, they got a pretty decent running game. It's not great with Mostert and the juice. Not that juice, orange, that OJ. I forgot his Jerkovic. I think his name is. I can't think of his. I can't pronounce his last name, but that big guy. They got George fucking Kittle, probably one of the best tight ends in the game. Fuck Witten formerly of Dallas. Now I forgot what team he's on now. But fuck him. George Kittle was the best tight end ever. No Mark Bavaro of the Giants. No Altoon of the Jets. Nothing like that. The best tight end in football. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. George Kittle is a fucking beast. And I think he's going to have another great year. Garoppolo's going to have another great year. I know the Niners' schedule is not promising. Because they face the Saints, they face the Giants, they face the Jets. Easy wins, by the way. But nothing's ever easy in the NFL. I think they got the Packers again. They got then they got the NFC West. I think they're playing the Bills this season. They're playing the Dolphins, I think, this season. I think they're playing the AFC East this year. Or the NFC East, I forget. I don't have my books. I didn't get my book in. It hasn't come out yet. My 2020 football stat book. I haven't got it. My stat book, I haven't got it yet. It hasn't come out yet. It's June. I think it comes out next month or right around preseason. I think it comes out. So I'm probably gonna get it probably at the end of July. I'm gonna look in the store. Sometimes my store had it. My store had it. And I bought it. So maybe it might appear in my store. It might appear in another store. I have to go find it. But I could order it online, but I'm too cheap. I'm too lazy. Go figure. But Niners are my favorite team, and the Jets. I do root for the Jets. Gotta go Jersey style because from Jersey. So gotta go with the Jets too, not the Giants because the Giants suck. Kind of like the Yankees, but it is what it is. And the Islanders. I don't like the Islanders. I don't like the Devils, even though the Devils are from Jersey. I hate the Devils. I hate the Islanders, the Icelanders even more. I used to watch college football. I used to root for the Florida State Seminoles a lot when they had Charlie Ward, and they were just lethal back in the day, back in the 90s, and they had a big rivalry with Miami, the Miami University of Miami Hurricanes. They were a pretty good team as well. But nowadays, not so good. The last couple seasons, they barely got into the top 25 or just out of the top 25 and got into some really corny bowl games. But we'll see what happens this season. I don't even know what's happening with college sports, if they're actually doing it. Because, there's a lot of people, so they can't have large gatherings or anything. So I don't know what's happening with college football, college basketball, college baseball, college hockey, college lacrosse. I don't know what's happening there. So we'll see what happens. But to answer your question, NFL, I like the Niners and the Jets. College football, the Florida State Seminoles. That's not. Let me move on. All right, everyone's saying that Adam Cole will go to AEW. Big rumor. Yeah, that is a very big rumor, but I'm hearing that he re-signed to WWE. So sadly, he will be staying in WWE, not going to AEW to be with the Elite, baby. So, but you never know. But I think he re-signed. I have to, there's rumors that he re-signed. So because his contract ends in, I believe, August. And as we saw tonight, we saw that hourglass in the ring when Adam Cole was in the ring on NXT, and had that hourglass in the ring, which signified tick-tock, tick-tock. So they're going to start the Killer Cross Adam Cole baby storyline, which will probably end either on TV or at TakeOver Boston in August, where Adam Cole will finally lose the NXT World Championship, and Killer Cross will have it and probably hold on to it for a very long time. I don't see anybody being Killer Cross right now. Even Ciampa. Ciampa got murdered. Got the crap beat out of him. But that's that. And we're gonna move on. That's it. So. But if Cole goes to AEW, I would not be surprised. But AEW would be kicking major ass. NXT would be dead. They probably wouldn't be able to get 500,000 viewers if they lose Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era. Well, they might keep the Undisputed Era, but Adam Cole on AEW, AEW might get up to 1 million views now with Adam Cole, baby. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, Little Fettuccine 69 is here, and he says, "Who is the best tag team in AEW?" The Young Bucks, of course. I'm a Young Bucks mark, so too sweet me for the love of God, by the way. So yeah, the Young Bucks. I mean, I like Private Party. I like the Best Friends. I like the Lucha Bros, Pentagon, Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. Not a big fan of the Butcher and the Blade. What other tag teams are there? Hybrid 2.0, I'm not a big fan of. Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian, not that great a fan. I mean, Kenny and Hangman Adam Page. I love Kenny. I love Hangman Adam Page. I like that, but I'm a big mark for Kenny. I'm a big elite mark. Just put it that way. Cody, the Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, Brandy. Big mark. And that's that. But right now, I think the best tag team in AEW is I would say Kenny and Adam Page because they're the champs, but I'm going with the Bucks because they've been they've been the best tag team in the world for the last 10 years. I mean, go watch their DVDs. And go on YouTube and type in Young Bucks PWG. You can see a ton of great matches. I mean, Ring of Honor, when they fought Kevin Steen and El Generico back in 2009, and then in that match where Steen turned on Generico, and then what led to the big humongous year-long feud they had back in 2010, where Kevin Steen lost that Fight Without Honor match at Final Battle 2010, which I was at, by the way. And then Kevin Steen went away for a little while, and then he came back in 2011, got his job back in Ring of Honor, beating Steve Corino at Final Battle 2011. I think the year after that was that hellacious feud back again with Generico, which led to Ladder War 4. Probably one of the most violent matches in Ring of Honor history. I mean, go look that up on YouTube. You might see me in the crowd, but I was front row for that shit. Front row. But yeah, Young Bucks best tag team in AEW. Probably in all of wrestling right now too. So. Little Fettuccine, can pro wrestling compete with sports making a comeback? Well, baseball's not coming back anytime soon, so they won't have any competition there. I think when football comes back, with Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, they won't have competition really. But because there's no Wednesday night games. Raw is going to get destroyed by Monday Night Football. Let's be honest, because nobody wants to see Raw with an empty arena anymore. Even if they bring fans in at 25% capacity, it's still going to get destroyed by Monday Night Football. AEW may have some competition with basketball coming back, even though they're going to have an 8-game regular season and then the playoffs. So, but the playoffs are most of the playoffs are going to be on like different nights, not on Wednesday nights, because they're not going to preempt Dynamite. That would be really stupid. So, then you got hockey coming back with their new look, coming back on July, I think the 2nd or sometime July, with their 22-team playoff teams. The way that the playoffs are looking, it's going to end, I think, in August or September. Maybe early October, who knows? Because they got the top four teams going in a round robin style thing, and then the other teams are going best of 5 for seeding. So the Rangers, you got my New York Rangers taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, best of 5. I think the Rangers will kick their ass because Carolina sucks. I think the team to beat in that eastern side bracket is probably either the Washington Capitals or maybe the Flyers, because the Flyers have had a pretty good run, almost a Rangers-esque run, going into the end of the season. The Rangers were hot too, so I don't know. Now with the quarantine, I don't know how they're gonna be with the quarantine, if they're gonna have the same oomph. But we'll see when come July. So, but I think the Rangers will win in 4 games over the Hurricanes, and then probably face one of the top teams. I don't know what seed they'll be. I think they're a 6 seed now, and but we'll see what happens with that. But pro wrestling, I think pro wrestling can compete with the sports coming back, without the fans, obviously, until maybe next year when, with the fans coming back. Not full capacity. I would say 25 to maybe as most as 50% by the Super Bowl, if there is a Super Bowl, because most states now, like California, Florida, Texas, all these states that reopen early are getting a spike in the coronavirus, so they're fucked. Arizona might be going back on lockdown now, I heard. Oh boy. You thought this was over, didn't you? You opened too early when you should have opened around the same time as other states did, like New Jersey and New York City. You wouldn't be having a spike. But you fucked up. Idiots. You're paying for it. Now you're probably going to go back on lockdown because you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Not to mention that all these protesters now, you got big fucking large crowds of like thousands of fucking people in New York City and Los Angeles. I mean, some of them not wearing masks, not practicing social distancing, not 6 feet apart. So states like New York and New Jersey are going to spike eventually. This thing's not going to end. It's not going to end. And it's going to suck because, if New York and New Jersey spike a lot, there's going to be, they're going to re-shut down New York City, go back to what it was before. They're going to shut down the trains, shut down, everything. Everything's going to go back to square one. And I don't even think a virus can save this fucking shit. We're fucked for the next couple years. We're fucked. So, if you want to go to a wrestling show this year or next year, good luck with that, and concerts and ball games and all that stuff like that. Good luck. Just be safe though. Thomas Herrera, sadly, the Niners lost Emmanuel Sanders, their top receiver. Yep. I wouldn't say he was one of the top receivers. I think Debo Samuels was one of the best receivers next to George Kittle. That's it. Yeah. So they didn't take a big hit, but they got the guy in the draft. I forgot his name. He's a big wide receiver. He's pretty damn good. They got a couple other people. Fucking bug. They got a couple other people in the wide receiver core. And they got Mostert. They got Juke in the running game. Kittle is going to be astronomically awesome. He's going to ask for a lot of money when his contract comes up. Same with Garoppolo. I think, the Niners are going to be a good team for years to come. I mean, I think Garoppolo is like 30 or 31 years old. So he's probably going to be on the team for a while. I mean, they really don't have a backup. Colin Kaepernick, anyone? No, I'm kidding. They're not going to get Kaepernick. I would be surprised if Colin Kaepernick comes back to the NFL and goes on the Niners. And they put him in as a starter instead of Garoppolo. That would be interesting. I don't think Kyle Shanahan would even do that. He would go with a hot hand. I think Cap will probably be like a second string emergency quarterback if he went on the Niners, or any team really. There were rumors he was going to the Jets. That was an April Fool's joke. But I really, there's like a 95 to 98% chance that Kaepernick, if they let him come back, he would go to the Niners. I think he's going to go to some corny team, like maybe the Jets. I might go to the Giants. No. Anywhere he goes, he'll probably, I don't think he'll be the same Kaepernick as, back in 2012, 2013. But, I'd love to see him back. I mean, he's gotten blacklisted blackballed and blacklisted from the NFL. And now they're actually praising him because of this Black Lives Matter crap and the whole thing with the flag. So fucking stupid. But what are you gonna do? I want, if they would, the NFL kind of made an apology saying, we're sorry for this, for what happened and stuff like that. You think Colin Kaepernick gives two shits? It's like, oh, you're 5 years too late, dude. Fucking idiots. And they're getting pissed off because people are freaking kneeling during the national anthem. Fucking stupid. And, President Trump is like, I don't want anybody kneeling and doing my anthem, People got their own rights. Their own views of how they represent the flag and represent America. They want to kneel, let them kneel. Don't fucking fine them for that shit either. Fuck you. Fuck you, Roger Goodell. And that's all I got to say about that. I have this coming up now. Little Fettuccine, is the NFL having a regular 16-week season? I hope so. Well, it's really 17 weeks, but no. Because it's going to go from I think right after Labor Day. I think they start on. Let me go to my dates here. They start on, I believe, September the 9th. Not 9th. I forget. I think they start either on the 6th or the 9th or the 10th. Somewhere around. I think somewhere in that, right after Labor Day, which is September the 7th. And the first Sunday games are September the 13th. So, right around there. And they're going to go all the way up until, I think January 3rd is the last game. Well, December 27th, like January 3rd is the last game. Then they have the playoffs, and then Super Bowl 55. I think it's 54, 50. No. Yeah, 55. Super Bowl 55, or LV, is going to be on. Whoops. is going to be on February the 7th, 2021, from, I believe, is in Miami this year. So I'm hoping to have a full season, and they don't close down with this fucking second wave of the fucking virus. I would be pissed, especially if the Niners are like 8-0. I'm like, no, fucking fire! I would go on a fucking rant. You thought parts 1, 2, and 3 of my fucking virus were bad? Wait till part 4, because you know it's coming. It's coming. This fucking virus kicks, shuts down sports again. I'm gonna be pissed. But wrestling will still be around. But as we all say, as my title says, fuck this virus. That's all I have to say about that. Any predictions for Fyter Fest yet? There's not really that many matches for the card. That I only seen maybe 2 matches. It was Moxley and Brian Cage for the AEW World Title, and Kenny Omega and Anna Page taking on the Best Friends for the tag belts. But as we heard tonight, all titles are on the line. I think both nights. So, or they might split them up somehow. Right now, I would go with Moxley to beat Brian Cage. Probably maybe by disqualification. I think Taz might get involved, but I doubt it. I think Moxley might beat him straight up. For the tag belts, I'm gonna go with Kenny and the Hangman Adam Page, because I think they're gonna lose the belts at All Out. That's when Hangman Adam Page is gonna turn. He's gonna if they don't turn him by All Out, why bring up the animosity between him and Kenny and the Bucks and Cody? If you're not gonna turn him, then he's so fucking over. I mean, turn him heel, he'll still be over. That's that. All right. I like the Lucha Brothers. Well, I do too. Now, personally, I like Mr. Pentagon Jr., the man who has zero miedo. That's that. All right, with all the sports coming back soon, with a short season and playoffs, what are you expecting the level of play to be? Well, like I said, NBA is having an 8-game regular season, then the playoffs. It's gonna be weird without the fans, kind of like how wrestling is right now. We have to get used to it. Even bowling doesn't have fans right now. I saw something like Extreme Bowling on TV this past weekend. I was like, what the hell is this? No fans, except for like family members. They're throwing as many strikes as they can in a span of 2 minutes. I thought it was cool. I didn't watch all of it, but I thought that was cool. Baseball is trying to do either an 83-game season or 82-game season, and then a modified playoffs. I don't know how that's going to work. Hockey is coming back, like I said, with the 22 team playoffs. Don't know how that's going to work out. I guess we're gonna have to see. I think the level of play would probably be, different because of the coronavirus. Like everybody's got to be checked out beforehand, and it's just going to be really weird with no fans. Football, the same thing. And hopefully we get full seasons of football and hockey and basketball. But that's pretty much it for that. That's all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens when they start next month. We'll see how the level of play will be. That's that. All right, let's get back to AEW. Like I said, we had before we went to the chat, we had the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy pick up the victory over the Inner Circle as Orange Cassidy pinned and Santana with a forward roll for the 1-2-3. Match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. It was okay. And then Jericho comes out, beats the crap out of Orange Cassidy, busts him wide open, and said that Blood Orange Cassidy has just been juiced. They had a segment with Billy Gunn and MJF. They almost came to blows, and then Wardlow had to stop it. So might get a match next week with Billy Gunn or one of his sons against MJF, or Billy Gunn versus Wardlow. Who knows? That's kind of interesting. And that's that. And then we had the recap of Colt Cabana possibly being offered a spot in the Dark Order. We saw what happened last week with Brody Lee giving him some water and telling him to think about it. So get that. So that leads us to match number 4, Sammy Guevara against Colt Boom Boom Cabana, who sucks dick. And match was all right, nothing great. Kind of went a little bit short. And that's that. It's also with Sammy giving the middle finger to Colt's face. Colt has one for him. So Sammy hits him with 2 of them. Colt comes back with a side headlock. Sammy drops down. Sammy flips. Colt flips him off again. Which pissed off Sammy. Has a chop to the chest. And they go back and forth. Colt flies off the corner. Double knife edge. Hits a Hurricanrana. Then an arm drag into an arm lock. Working on the arm. Bends the fingers back. Sammy sends him to the outside. Sammy hits the ropes and then dives over them to the outside. Sammy enters the ring, waits for the count as the referee was counting Colt out. Sammy covers Colt for a near fall. Sammy then goes to work on the back of Colt. Runs and kicks the ropes, sending them into Colt's neck. Ew. Then he snapmares Colt down, hits the ropes 2 times, and he starts strutting like the sexy god that he is. Well, he's not really a sexy god because I am, but I digress. Then he get a little rest period with a chin lock. Colt rolls him forward for a near fall. Sammy kicks. Colt grabs on. Sammy swings and kicks in the head for a near fall. And then a cravat from behind. Colt is up but Sammy cinches the hold again, working it from behind. And Colt breaks the hold, leaves Sammy in the chest, hits the rope. Sammy gets a fireman's carry, and he starts squatting Colt on his shoulders. Colt tries to roll him up, but hits an elbow to the top of the skull. Sammy goes to the top rope. He hops off, runs, and gets kicked. Colt ducks a right, hits some rights, and then he spins. Sammy stops it. Colt hits a moonsault for a near fall. And then he coasts Sammy on the ropes crotch first. As I gotta recharge my battery. Okay, good. He goes up top, but he slips. He grabs Sammy in a fireman's carry, looking for the skyline, whatever move he hits from the top. But he slipped. Sammy is able to get him in a torture act, reverse GTS 1, 2, 3. Sammy Guevara picks up the win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that was that. And then afterwards, the entire Dark Order comes out. Even Evil Uno and Stu Grayson come out. We haven't seen them in months. They all come out. Then Brody Lee comes out. They stare down Colt Cabana. Brody Lee comes through, offers his hand to Colt, picks him up, and that was that. They leave. So we'll see what happens with that, because we see Colt Cabana in the back later on. And that's that. So after that, Sammy wants his music played, say he's the best AEW has, he's the greatest. And then Matt Hardy comes out, wants the music to be cut. Sammy wants to know what his issue is. Matt's like, I have no problem with you. I respect you. I see a young Matt Hardy in you. Sammy always gets back up after every hit. He respects that. Sammy is the future. He has some advice. To realize maximum potential, Sammy must get away from Jericho, and tells him, like, trust him. Not like, Jake Roberts. Trust him, but trust him. Sammy says this man tried to kill him twice with a golf cart. Matt says he's an excellent driver. Sammy calls him a moron. Matt is dumb, stupid, and broken Matt Hardy, yes. That was that. And then Matt Hardy turns into broken Matt Hardy, calls him Samuel, says he must step in this ring because these events must be documented. And then he calls for deletion. And Samuel's kind of confused. He starts bouncing. Matt chomps. He's like, so this storyline is getting weirder and weirder by the minute. So I guess we're going to see Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara either on Botch, on Dynamite in the next coming weeks or at Fyter Fest. And I would think Matt Hardy's going to get the win, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, then we go to the bar. Of course, we have to go to the bar. We're thirsty. Speaking of thirsty, I am thirsty. This little break is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Excuse me, I don't have any Pepsi tonight, so I drank all my Pepsi. Well, me and Rosie drank all the Pepsi, but I gotta go out tomorrow and get a 2-liter Pepsi. You know, I shouldn't be having it because of my mouth. Fuck the dentist. But I digress. So we get all that. So we go to the bar where we see Joey Janela, the bad boy. I'm wondering why he went from facing Moxley in a main event to fading off into the darkness. I fade away and classify myself as obsolete. Obsolete. So Joey Janela's in low to mid-card hell. So he wonders if his best moments are behind him. He says somewhere along the last 6 months or so, he lost his direction. He goes outside. Here comes Sonny Kiss in a convertible to pick him up. And then they go shopping. Okay. So maybe Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela are going to be forming a tag team? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but, you know, well, Sonny Kiss is kind of weird. But, you know, he's a great wrestler, by the way. Great wrestler. Former WOW World Heavyweight Champion. And No Limits champion as well. Very flamboyant. If you haven't seen him before, I mean, go look him up. Very flamboyant, and we haven't seen a lot of Sonny Kiss on TV. Mostly been on Dark. But, he's in the crowd cheering everybody on. That's nice and everything. But, I like to see him on Dynamite once in a while, Just saying. Maybe put him in a match with Cody. See how that goes. I don't think it'll be a bad match. But that's that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go backstage with the lovely Dasha Fuentes, or Dasha Gonzalez, trying to catch up with Colt Cabana. She does. One of his losses brought him to the door of the Dark Order, which he's right outside the door. He's hesitant to knock. He knocks and then enters the door of Mr. Brody Lee. The plot thickens with Colt Cabana. So is he going to join, or is he just going to talk with Brody Lee? Maybe it's like I'm listening. Maybe he joins the Dark Order next week. I don't know. I don't really care. Because Colt Cabana sucks dick. And that's that. So, fuck him. So, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we see the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley in a knockoff Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. That was kind of cool. Says he is in a real bad mood. He's talking to Alex Marvez, by the way. He's in a real bad mood because he has no patience or time for people who run their mouth when they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Says Taz has been talking all week, and if he's trying to get under his skin, it's working. He's going to pop Cage's head like a pimple, and he's one miserable son of a bitch. And the fact that they think Cage can beat him pisses him off. He says Taz is one of the greatest trash talks of all time, but in this case, and then Taz comes in. Sorry. He's sitting in his trailer. He heard Moxley talking. Tells him to get his head right because he's getting put out. And then we see Brian Cage running from behind, attacks him from behind, wearing some jeans and some nice shoes. So he's in street clothes, so he knows it's going to go down. Says Moxley into a trash can. He lifts him up. John shows Brian into a red car. Probably a rental car from somebody. Moxley swings a pipe, trying to knock Cage out, but he hits the windshield, breaking it into a million pieces. Cage sends Moxley into the fence, then hits a spine buster on top of the car. Drags John to the trunk. Sets him up for the power bomb. Taz's like, stop! Not right now! Stop! We sent the message. Stop! But, Cage's like, fuck you, Taz. Body slams John onto the back window of the car, busting the back windshield up. And Mox's like, crap, shit. Moxie's been through plate glass before. If you've seen his matches in CCW, he's been through glass before, so he's used to it. So the storyline progression going there, pretty good. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And I guess we're going to have to see what happens next week on the program between Moxley and Cage and Taz. So, all right, before we get to the main event, let's consult the chat if we have anything left. I don't think we have any more people left. My boy Thomas Herrera left. I don't know where he went. If he's still here. That. I had that thing for way too long. You think, a little fettuccine, you think we'll get a 2024 Olympics? Well, we're not getting a 2020 Olympics. They were saying that maybe the Olympics next year, and where was it happening? In Japan, I think. Speaking of Japan, I forgot to even bring this up. New Japan is coming back June 15th. And then June 16th to July 3rd is the New Japan Cup. Oh boy. I get to see Naito and Hiromu Tanahashi. Tanahashi looks mad fucking old right now. But the one guy I'm not looking, it's not going to be in the New Japan Cup is Will Ospreay, because he's stuck over in London. So I'm not gonna see him. But we see Hiromu, we see Naito, we see Tomohiro Ishii, Switchblade Jay White. He has some interesting things to say to Marty Scurll in Ring of Honor. So see what happens with that. Having Gato taking on Okada. New Japan Cup is gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait till next week. Actually, the 15th is when is the 15th? That is Monday. I can't wait till Monday, even though it's gonna happen on Tuesday. Actually, Sunday night. Actually, if you're in the Northeast, you get to see it on Sunday. Well, early Monday morning, you get to see it. So, but I think I'll be off, so I get to see the event on the 15th, and then Tuesday morning I'll see the beginning matches of the New Japan Cup. I'm not going to review it, but I'm going to see it. That's that. But I might talk about it here and there on my reviews, but no like big ass fucking New Japan Cup review or anything like that. So, but New Japan is back. I love it. Now, if we can get Ring of Honor back, we get CCW back, and some indie shows back, I will be a happy camper. And that's that. But to answer your question, is 2024 Olympics? Maybe. I'm hoping. Is that going to be the... I think that if they have the Olympics next year, that's going to be the Summer Olympics. Because they didn't have one this year. We're supposed to have the Olympics this year. 2022 is the Winter Olympics. I don't know if we're going to have that. Depending on this fucking virus. We might get round 3, round 4. I don't know. I'm hoping we get the Olympics next year. Or the year after that. 2024 is a stretch. I'm hoping, though. That'll be the Summer Olympics. I don't know where it's going to be. probably some country or something like that. But I would love to see. I want to see the Olympics again. But not that I'm a big fan of the Olympics, but the only thing I like about the Olympics is hockey. In the Winter Olympics, I like hockey. I like a little bit of figure skating, not that much, but and a little bit of skiing, mostly for the Italians because they're gods at fucking skiing. But it is what it is. And for the summer games, I watch some of the basketball, and basically that's it. Some swimming here and there, track and field. But I hope we get the Olympics next year, or whenever in 2022. We'll see. Should Adam Cole's next title defense be a 6-man Hell in a Cell match? At this point, I'm not sure who the number one contender is. It's a little overbooking, but I'm fine with it. That's not going to happen. I doubt it. They're not going to have a Hell in a Cell in NXT. If anything, it might be a fight pit match, or a cage. But well, as we saw this week, we saw the hourglass, like I mentioned before, with the signals that Killer Cross is going to be the next contender for Adam Cole, Bebe's title. So they're going to start that little feud going on, which I think is going to be culminating at either on TV or it's going to culminate at NXT TakeOver Boston in August doing SummerSlam weekend. That's when Adam Cole is finally going to lose that belt. So Adam Cole will be about a 400-some-odd day champion. Because he's at 370... 372, right now, as of this recording, 376 days. So if we can get all through the rest of this month, we got another 19 or 20 days. So that'll be close to 400. And then goes all through July, barring a championship match. I think it'll be around 415, close to 420. I think he'll get close to Punk's area, which is 433. Nobody's going to get near Oscar's script. Well, Oscar really didn't. Oscar held the belt for 520-something days, but her streak was like 900. Like almost 3 years, almost 2.5 years unbeaten until she lost to fucking Charlotte at WrestleMania 34. But don't get me started with that match. Don't get me started. Fuck Charlotte. That's all I got to say about that. But, yeah, they're not going to do no more six-man Hell in a Cell in NXT. Especially for the number one contendership. But the number one contender it looks to be right now is going to be Killer Cross. And that's going to be an interesting little feud. Especially with Dexter Lumis roaming around. I don't know what's happening with that. So, could be either Dexter Lumis or Killer Cross. I think it's going to be Killer Cross from what we've seen tonight. But we'll see. That's that. Got a freaking itch in my freaking leg. All right. Whom will be Robert Stone's next client? Aaliyah. That's what they're going with. Looks like they're going with Aaliyah. As we saw last week when Robert Stone came down to the ring in Aaliyah's match with, I forget who she's fighting. And, Santana Garrett. And then Santana Garrett beat her and Aaliyah's like, I'm sorry. So it's going to lead to Aaliyah and Robert Stone getting involved. Not that I give two shits, but that's that. Any predictions for Backlash? I'll be doing my Backlash predictions on either Friday night or Saturday night. So stay tuned for that on TKC 171 on my TKC Reborn channel. Link is down below in the description box. So probably either Friday night before SmackDown or Saturday night after I come home from work. So let's see what happens with that. So stay tuned this weekend for Backlash predictions. And then your Backlash review coming on Sunday. And that's that. Who do you see getting a push first? Dexter Lumis or Cameron Grimes? They're pushing Cameron Grimes pretty well right now. They're kind of pushing Dexter Lumis to be in this thing with the Undisputed Era. I really don't know. I would probably go with Dexter Lumis, though. That's all I gotta say about that. So I think Dexter Lumis will get the win. That's that. All right, let's get to the end of this review, and we're gonna end up shop here because it's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm probably gonna maybe grab a snack and then go to bed. Thankfully, I have the day off tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my NXT review tomorrow on this channel. All right, then we get to the main event. We only had 5 matches on the card, mostly, and then most of the rest of the show was segments. For the TNT Championship, we had done the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on Private Party's Mark Keane. Not bad. Not a bad match. Kind of like the match last week with Jungle Boy. Mark Keane gave it his all, almost beat Cody Rhodes at times, but a pretty good match. It's also with a handshake and then a test of strength. And then they go at it. Cody grabs the leg of Marquine. Marquine drops a right on the back. Cody comes back with a right hand. Marquine with one of his own. They go back and forth. Drop to a hold. Cody works the arm from behind. He yanks the arm of Marquine. Marquine with a side headlock. They go off the ropes. Cody shoves him. Marquine hits a shoulder tackle. Rolls Cody over. Hits a standing moonsault for a 1 count. Goes for a body slam. Cody flips over. Hits a right hand. Then drops and hits that patented uppercut of the Rhodes family. Mainly Goldust and him. He hits the ropes. Marquine with a high drop kick. Covers for a 1 count. Tries to spin out of a hole. Cody trips him up. He got last week, I believe, his leg. Cody works the left hand and steps on the back of the leg. Goes for a surfboard. Drops to his butt. Knocks it in. Then a dragon sleeper as we go to break. I don't know why we went to break. We should have kept the match going. Cody sends Marquine to the outside after releasing the hold. Leaves the ring. Grabs the head. Sends Marquine into the apron. Marquine returns the favor. Then heads into the ring. Cody kicks the ankle. Puts the foot on the ropes and drags the leg onto it. Then stomps on the ankle again. And Cody goes to work. Grabs Marquine. Pulls him into the ring. Then whips him into the corner. King comes back with an elbow. Kicks Cody. Springboard, but King can't do anything because of his ankle. He tumbles out because of his ankle. Cody goes for a near fall. Then he attacks the back with some right hands. Marquine comes back with an overhead kick and then a right hand, bunch of rights and lefts. He's building some momentum. Referee has to hold him back. Cody with a kick to the leg, dropping Marquine. And he drops a knee onto his own knee, then sends Marquine to the top rope, back first. Cody to the top rope, knocks him from behind, back flips, and I don't know what happened there. Like a back suplex, and both men went down. King favors the ankle after like flipping 635 times. He was like, whoa. Cody's favoring his back, so both men got hit hard. They get up. King with a moonsault off the second rope. He whips Cody. Cody slides under. He kicks him. Cody goes for a punch, but Marquine hit a moonsault for a very near fall. Cody with a suplex attempt, but Marquine lands on his feet, turns it into a DDT for a near fall. Cody goes to the outside to try to regroup. Marquine hits the ropes and dives over the top with a suicide plancha. Enters the ring again, but he can't because of his ankle. Hits the ropes, dives again, falling onto Cody. So another dive. Enters the ring again, quite get the run off, and Cody's back. And then Arn Anderson, who was at ringside, gets on the apron to yell. This causes a distraction. Marquine sends Cody to the outside, dives over the top with another dive. And he drags Cody in the ring, covers him for a near fall. And he's on the apron. He's still hurting with that ankle. Arn Anderson's nearby. He heads to the top rope. Cody rolls to the outside. Marquine turns around, still on the top rope, dives with a 450 splash on the Cody on the ramp, which is pretty cool. He goes in the ring, takes off his jacket, goes to the top rope, goes for the shooting star press. Cody moved, then knocks in the ankle lock right away. Then he uses his boot to push on the ankle, and Marquine tapped out. So pretty good match. I gave it a 3.25 out of 5 stars. Good effort from Marquine. Almost had Cody in a couple of spots, but Cody prevailed once again. And that was that. So, like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars. But afterwards, it gets really, really chaotic. Jake Hager of the Inner Circle comes out to stare at Cody, and surprisingly shoots towards Arn Anderson in the corner. So Cody grabs him. Jake lifts Cody, slams him down not once but twice. In comes Isaiah Cassidy of the other member of Private Party, and Matt Hardy, and they all toss chairs into the ring at Hager, sending him to the outside. Then out comes the rest of the Inner Circle: Santana, Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and I think Jericho came out. They attack the faces in the ring. They attack Jeff Hardy. Clean hops on his shoulders. Everyone's attacking everyone, and out come the referees. Hardy continues to attack Sammy Guevara, hitting him with a twist of fate. Then the Inner Circle roll to the outside as the faces stand tall. So we'll probably get some big multi-man match next week to end the show. So to end the show, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So like I said, we'll probably see something come next week on the program with the Inner Circle and the faces, and then, with Private Party and Matt Hardy, and I believe that was with and Cody Rhodes. Maybe we'll see what happens with that. So we'll see what happens with that. So like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars for the Aftermath, 3.25 out of 5 stars for the TNT Championship match. Good effort from Marquine. And Cody continues on as champ. We'll see who he faces next week. If he does face anybody next week, he said it was going to be a fighting champion, fight every week. So we'll see what happens. Maybe he faces Jake Hager. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So that's it for my review. I gave AEW 7.5 out of 10 stars this week. Like I said, it was a little bit of a step down from last week's show, but still a pretty decent show. And I'm going to get the result with the ratings tomorrow. I think AEW will win again because, NXT wasn't that great either. But it is what it is. So that's that. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via Facebook or Twitter if you have any questions or concerns or comments and stuff like that. Later on, we might do a Q&A maybe after July 4th weekend. I don't know, depending on how much time I have left on this account. And that's that. All right. So, like I said, 7.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think in the chat or in the comments after the video is put up. Let me know. If you have any questions, like I said, put it down below in the chat or in the description box, not the description box, the comments field. And like I said, we'll get to maybe a future Q&A soon, or maybe after July 4th weekend, because I got a lot of things to do. I got work for the next week, a little over. I got work Saturday, and I got work some of next week. Then I go on vacation for about a week, so I'll be away. So no videos coming from me from June 22nd to June 29th. I'll be incommunicado from videos, but I'll be back. I'll probably be back the night of the 29th with my Raw review. I might want, depending what time I get home from my flight, depending on the weather, of course, because you know how it's hurricane season. So hopefully no hurricanes when I go there and when I come back. So keep your fingers crossed. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens. But I got a couple of videos coming over the next couple of days to next week. NXT review tomorrow, SmackDown review Friday, Backlash predictions, and then Backlash review all this weekend. Getting you ready for that. And then Monday Night Raw this coming Monday night. And lots of videos coming. Lots of videos. And hopefully we get a lot of chat. Hopefully not too long of a chat. I know we're going 2 hours again, but it is what it is. I don't want to go too long with my reviews, but it is what it is. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, well, fuck you, man. And that's that. All right, let's end shop with more from my good buddy Little Fettuccine 69. Why isn't Priest clicking right now? I have no idea. I know he was in the whole North American title picture with Dominik Dijakovic and Keith Lee. I thought they were going to give him the North American title. They didn't do that. And then he gets into a feud with Finn Balor. loses to Finn Balor, so I don't know where he's going to go now. So I think they kind of dropped the ball on Punishment Martinez, and he might be leaving NXT, maybe going back to Ring of Honor, or maybe going to AEW. It's really, what is it for him to do? If they're not going to give him the North American title, then why is he there? That's that. So I really can't answer the question. I don't know what Hunter and Shawn Michaels are doing with Punishment Martinez. Why are they not giving him a title reign? But maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. That's that. What's the end game for Dexter Lumis? I thought, I have a couple of theories. I think he's still going to be hounding the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick, Adam Cole. I think the end game is that Dexter Lumis is going to be the bodyguard for Adam Cole in his little fight with Killer Cross. He might start off like that, but then I think Dexter Lumis will turn on Adam Cole and help Killer Cross win the NXT World Title. I think that's what's going to be the end game, and then maybe Adam Cole and Dexter Lumis have a feud after the whole thing with Killer Cross ends. That's what I think, but I don't know. But I think the end game will probably be Dexter Lumis being the bodyguard of Adam Cole, and maybe being the next member of the Undisputed Era, like a fifth member. But let's see what happens with that. That's what I think is going to happen. But things can change. That's that. All right, what are you expecting from the Jericho versus Tyson match? Not much. I think it's going to be a fucking clusterfuck. Tyson's not a wrestler. I think the only thing that we're going to see is Tyson like moving around. Jericho's going to try to use his speed, and then Tyson goes boom, knocks Jericho out, and then he pins him 1, 2, 3, gets the win at either Fyter Fest or at All Out. Tyson's probably going to win. I don't think Jericho's going to be a dick and get the win over him. But we'll see. But I think I'm not expecting much. Probably a whole lot of interference with the Inner Circle, and then Tyson's posse. They're gonna all get involved. It's gonna be a complete clusterfuck. So I'm not even looking forward to the match that much. So I'm not expecting much. Nothing there. All right, final comment. I guess is the final comment. Who should Killer Cross feud once he wins the title? I don't know. Maybe Damian Priest. Maybe Keith Lee. When Keith Lee loses the North American title, probably to Johnny Gargano. Maybe Keith Lee will be thrust into that world title picture. So you may have Keith Lee. Velveteen Dream's probably not going to get another title shot. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with him. Ciampa, maybe I doubt that because he already got murdered. So they're not going to do that again. Maybe Gargano. Man, I would say Gargano, but I think that would be too stupid. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Dexter Lumis. Who knows? So you got options, but I think the logical option would probably be Keith Lee. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be Keith fucking Lee. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, that is it for comments and questions and all that stuff. The review is done. Once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for AEW. Like I said, it was a pretty decent show. Not as great as last week, but still good. Progression towards Fyter Fest, like we like. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So that is it for my review. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Thomas and Little Fettuccini and my good buddy Thunder Knuckles for coming in the chat, and for anybody else who decided to come in and not say anything, or just came in and left a like or left a dislike or whatever. I don't really give two shits. But you came and watched. That's all that matters. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it for my review. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, tomorrow night for my NXT review on this channel. Probably go a little shorter this time. I'm not gonna really do another 2-hour show because like I said, I got a certain time limit. I want to get my review in for Backlash. Then I want to get my AEW and NXT reviews in for the next couple weeks. Heading up to July 9th, which I believe is when is July 9th. That is a Thursday. So we got actually we got 4 weeks. So we got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Actually 9. Yeah, we got 9 more videos to do. So if we get them about 2 hours in, we'll probably get to about 18, close to the maximum of 20 hours on here. Well, I mean, I would get the $20 a month for unlimited, but I really don't want to do it unless Rose pays for it for me. But I would pay for it myself because I got the money. But yeah, I don't want it. I'm too lazy. But it is what it is. So that's that. So videos are coming, set for the week of June 22nd to June 29th. So I'll be away from YouTube for a little bit. I'll be back. I'm not leaving my faithful fans and my faithful subscribers. I'm just taking a breather, taking a vacation because I need one. I'm getting paid for it too because you wish you had it like that. And that's it. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to finish my drink. Gonna finish watching the rest of AEW because I kind of skimmed over the ending. I'm gonna watch that, then go to bed. And tomorrow I'm gonna probably get up, watch. Gonna have some breakfast. And then I'm going to watch NXT. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Thursday. And then probably maybe Tuesday night, probably around 9, maybe 10 o'clock, I'll do my NXT review. Talk about the ratings. Talk about everything else. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody knows this or haven't been reading the dirt sheets, but legendary wrestler Mr. Wrestling 2 has passed away. So just a really bad year. Really bad year. With Shad Gaspard. I still have to do that fucking video. I might do it. I might just do I think I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. Get it out of the way. I got REP Shad Gaspard, Bob Kulick of Kiss, Mr. Wrestling 2, and Hana Kimura. So that'd be a big smorgasbord video. So I'll probably title it R.I.P. to the faithful to the party. I'll put it in the description box. R.I.P. to Shad, Hannah, Bob, Mr. Wrestling number 2. And that's that. So I'll get that out of the way because I know it's a little overdue. So, but it won't be a big video. I'm just gonna briefly talk about their careers and stuff like that. Just give my respects and my thoughts and my prayers to the families. And that's pretty much it. It's not going to be that long. I would say maybe 10, maybe 20 minutes at most. And that's that. All right, now, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Metal Guy 69 channel and on this channel for my NXT review. So, that's it. Thanks, everybody, for coming in the chat and tuning in. And that's it. Peace, motherfuckers!